Hey everybody, welcome back to the THG podcast, and tonight I am joined with Lance from the Outlan channel. Lance is a good buddy of mine. We've camped and hiked several times together, and he's joined us at the Ohio, well, I've joined them at the Ohio YouTubers meetup. So thanks for coming on the podcast, Lance. Appreciate it. I did your podcast before.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
And it just occurred to me, this is like our second day of our trip. I'm like, hey, we haven't talked yet.
That's right.
So I'm just going to, let's find out a little bit about what makes Lance tick.
Oh my. Okay.
So how long have you been on YouTube?
Let's see. I think I've been on YouTube for about, 6 or 7 years now. I've actually had a YouTube account since YouTube's inception, so like 2006.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really start doing anything with it till recently, so about 6-7 years.
Same here, yeah. What is your favorite trail in Ohio?
Favorite trail in Ohio? That's a tough one, actually. Probably, I would say Zaleski. Mm-hmm. The loop, the South Loop of Zaleski is my favorite.
Is it pretty? Is it one of the prettier ones?
It's very pretty. It's very ribbonous to where we are right now. It's a lot of pines and very rugged terrain. It's a very pretty area. Yeah.
Sweet.
For Ohio, it's pretty good.
As far as I know that you normally just do hammock. You're usually a hammock guy, but you have a tent this weekend, which is kind of exciting.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about this tent.
Yeah, so this is the Six Moon Designs Skyscape Scout. I went cheap because I am primarily a hammock camper, so I decided to just get, I didn't want to get a Walmart tent, obviously, but I did get this tent at a really good price, and it's really nice. I want to try, tenting a little bit, just mixing things up. I slept in it last night, and it was great. The hardest part was getting out in the morning, but sleeping in it was fantastic. So probably thanks to your nice pad that you loaned me. But
so now that I'm sure you've stayed in tents before, but do you think you'll ever be half and half, or do you think you'll stay primarily hammock?
I think I'll stay primarily hammock, honestly.
Do you sleep pretty good in the hammock?
I sleep almost perfectly in a hammock.
Nice.
Yeah. Better than I do in my bed usually. But I wanted to get the tent because I wanted to mix it up and try, if I want to do some places. Here's a good example. When I went to West Virginia earlier this summer, there was a spot under a tree. There was only one tree. And I was like, man, if I only had a tent.
Yeah.
And it was by the creek, and it was amazing. And I'm like, so now I can kind of, plan things out and kind of open up my options.
It was was it like an Instagram moment?
It was an Instagram, yeah. But I'm still definitely, I am a hammock camper. That is what I do.
Yeah. So what do you, as far as like if you were, and I ask this of everybody, but if you were to pick out like two of your dream trails or two of your dream hikes that you would love to do before you die, what would they be?
Well, I've always said the AT, which is kind of a cliche because everybody kind of says that. But it has been on my radar. Like before the AT was cool and everybody hiked it, that was on my list. I have a book that's 3 inches thick from 1985 or something like that. It's the Sierra Club Guide to Backpacking, and they talk about the AT and stuff, and that was like my dream trail. So it's still on my list. So if I could do it, would be the AT, and then probably one of the longer trails out west, PCT, John Muir, what are the other? CDT, one of those. Yeah.
Tahoe Trail.
Tahoe Rim.
Yeah.
I hear that's amazing.
Yeah. So as far as tell us a little bit more about your channel. Like what do you consider, what is your channel all about? What are you trying to do with your channel?
The purpose of my channel really is just to get people interested in the outdoors. That's all I've really wanted, just to share my experiences and get people interested in it. And specifically, I'd like to get younger people who maybe not interested in it. And I have two boys who aren't necessarily real hikers, but they kind of see what I do, and I think that it is going to influence them in some
Yeah,
way.
absolutely. I think they will.
And I just to bring enjoyment of the outdoors to people. That's
Do you see yourself staying with YouTube as long as you possibly can? I mean, you obviously enjoy it, or you wouldn't keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I've always said I'll do it till it's not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do it to make money for sure.
Right. Well, none of us do.
Yeah, I do it because I enjoy it, and I have the capability.
Mm-hmm.
I have the equipment, and I have the software, so I can edit, and I have fun with editing. I enjoy doing that, and just trying to get as creative as I can. And I've tried to be more creative lately with stuff. So
I loved your new camera setup.
thank you.
The quality of your videos, with that sweet bokeh in the background, and I noticed that right away. As soon before you officially told me you got that.
Yeah.
Now I know that one of the benefits to having a YouTube channel has been for me is meeting people. I've met so many people. Would you say that that's like one of the cool things about this?
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the best thing about it. Is really the friends that I've made, the people that I've met. People like you. And, people I would have met. I probably would have never really met you.
Probably not.
If it hadn't been for the social media platform. So yeah, I mean that's, and I have friends in Kentucky now. I have friends in Michigan, Pennsylvania. I got people all around the whole Ohio area. So that's cool.
Which is nice because you may not talk to them every day, but if you're heading out for a trip, you can like, hey man, I'm going to be in your, or hey gal, I'm going to be in your area. You want to hook up for a trip or something like that.
And my thing is I used to have a lot of friends locally who liked the same thing, who liked backpack. I had a best friend who we went backpacking all the time, and now he moved to Florida, so I never see him. He's actually in a lot of my early videos. His name's Joe. And when Joe left, I was just kind of like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
But Joe, come back, Joe. Joe actually told me to come down and do the Florida Trail with him. But
that sounds fun.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, gators and stuff, but
pythons and gators.
Pythons, yeah, whatever.
Wild boars and bears and yeah.
They have bears in Florida?
They have black bear in Florida. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes, they do.
I even lived there and I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, I lived in Bradenton area.
Yeah, they have black bears down.
Huh.
But anyway, so having met so many people, not necessarily that close. You're not that super close to me.
Yeah.
You're not far.
Yeah.
But, it's only a couple hours drive for most of the people that I know. So it's awesome.
What advice would you give somebody who's just getting started in backpacking or hiking or just the outdoors, as far as how fast to go into it, and also like gear? What would you say?
Well, I would say don't get enchanted by the stuff you see on YouTube and social media. Like, you're going to see a lot of things that people have purchased gear that's outrageously expensive. You don't have to get that stuff to start.
Right.
I still, to this day, don't buy the most expensive stuff. But Dyneema is nice, and all these carbon fiber stuff and everything's great, but don't let that hinder you from starting.
Right.
If all you can afford is a Walmart tent, by God, get it.
Own that Walmart tent.
Own that Walmart tent.
Yeah.
That's what I started out with. I started out
Me
with
too.
Dick's Sporting Goods, Eureka, Apex, piece of junk tent, and I still have it, by the way. And just for nostalgic purposes.
I started out with a Walmart tent and Walmart hiking boots.
Yeah. So don't let anybody shame you for that. Don't let anybody tell you that's, because we all have the journey. Some of us start with like the really expensive stuff to start with, and some of us start with cheap stuff, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because the whole purpose of it is to be out here.
Right.
That is why we do this, or why we should do it.
Which we've had a wonderful time on this trip. I mean, we've gotten to see some beautiful things. We've got a nice campfire going.
Oh, man.
We've both had a steak.
Yeah, I mean, Chris showed me stuff today that I had no idea existed in Indiana, honestly.
I didn't either until I found it.
Yeah, these amazing lakes that look like something out of the Pacific Northwest. I was amazed at how beautiful they were. And, it's just cool. Truck
camping and like overlanding is cool because you don't have to worry about how much weight to bring.
Yeah.
I've got a kitchen sink in there.
Literal kitchen sink?
In my truck, yeah. All right, well, is there any parting, make sure you guys subscribe to him. It's Outlan, Outlan. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of cool stuff. Is there anything you want to leave my audience with?
I just want to say thanks for bringing me on.
Absolutely.
And, thanks for bringing me out here and showing me places like this. Because, living in Ohio, a lot of people laugh at Ohio because they're like, oh, there's nothing there. But there really is. You just have to look.
Yep.
And it's just like Chris looked around, and all he did was do a little searching and found this amazing, and we're at this amazing campsite tonight. I mean, this is unbelievable. So, if you think you live somewhere where you don't have a lot of adventure, a lot of woods, mountains, whatever, just do a little exploring, because I guarantee there's something cool near you. So,
well said. Well said. All right. Once again, make sure you subscribe to him, and thank you all for watching. And as always, get out there and explore, and we'll see you later. Peace.
yeah.